We're here with Marianne Pastilli, a physician's assistant with Juva Skin Laser Center, and you're going to show us some pictures because George and Juju were in this device. They put their face in this device because the face, when it comes to skin cancer, I know that
is the most common area.
Exactly.
That's
now, this
correct.
Is not a diagnostic tool.
It is not. It is called the VisiaScan. It checks for UV damage. It also checks for wrinkles and other cosmetic type things that people might be interested in seeing how much damage they have before they actually see the damage physically.
Right, so they put their chin. That's basically it. So you put your chin here, and it's like, almost like an eye exam.
It is, exactly, right. Very comfortable, and the scan just takes the picture, and it gives you a picture report and then a written report.
All right, well, you did this with George and Juju?
Okay, we did do that, and George, if I can just point to some sun damage, George, this is called UV damage. So the darker spots that we're seeing here are...
That's not 5 o'clock shadow.
This is right here, George. But now the report, the machine tells us that in the pre-picture, we have 64 visible spots. Actually, when I look at it, I don't see that many spots, but you do have 64 spots. In the post-picture, he has 267 spots.
Is that a lot? I mean, what?
It's a lot. In your age group and for your skin type, you are in the 75th percentile. So you're better than 75% of the population. But you're worse than 25%. So what this is not necessarily diagnostic of future skin cancers, but it does represent UV damage.
So what would you do based on that? What should I do based on that?
Well, everybody should get an annual skin check. Very, very important, head to toe, checking for anything that changes. And people should do monthly self-checks as well, keeping in mind the A, B, C, D, E's of melanoma.
And you had one for Juju. You did this well, too, didn't you?
I did. Did you spend a lot? Look at me. Wow.
Now, Juju's, interestingly enough, your damage is a little bit worse, but I understand you were a swimmer as a child. Is that correct?
I spent a lot of time outdoors, and what the operator told me yesterday is that freckles are not hereditary, that they really are just a function of exposure. And so now I'm putting sunscreen all over my kids even more.
Exactly.
I mean, I was always pretty big about it.
The sooner you start, the better, because any damage in childhood... Well, in Juju's case, she's actually in the 29th percentile.
Okay, that's really bad.
So she's better than 29%. And,
but worse than 81%, clearly.
Right, that's right. So the most important thing is rigorous sunscreen, no sunburns ever.
Interesting. Did you spend a lot of time outdoors?
Yeah, but I got that, you know, the Mediterranean skin I think helps a little bit. And one thing my technician told me is that if you, even one real blistering sunburn as a kid could have some lingering damage.
It does. Every sunburn does permanent damage.
You can't reverse it. All right, doctor. Thank you so much. And never saw you guys in this kind of light. But it's very, very helpful. We appreciate all the work that you're doing and our work for Sam. We'll have much more.